Not sure why I even am doing my hair because we are in Florida. It is so hot outside and it's going to be flat in 5 minutes. Let me freshen up my curls here real quick while we do this little intro for YouTube. I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm taking you along today. I'm gonna share some tips for real estate agents, like behind the scenes of doing an open house today. But I also wanna make it valuable for real estate agents. So I think this will be really helpful for a newer realtor who is wanting to figure out how to best leverage open houses, their listings. And the things that I share with you, if you are a newer agent and you do not have listings yet, that is okay. And the things that I'm gonna share with you are all things you can still do even if it is not your listing. I have not done an open house in probably 3 years. I used to be the open house queen. If you're new here, hi, I'm Stevie. I have been a real estate agent for 10 plus years and things look a lot different for me over here now. I partnered up with my partner, Carrie Carpenter, 2+ years ago, and it has been an amazing partnership. If you have any questions about what that looks like, let me know below in the comments. Working out beautifully. I absolutely love her, and she herself is a top producing agent here in Northeast Florida. They just released the Jacksonville Business Journal, and she was number 19 out of 12,000 plus agents. She did like 27.5 million last year. So all of my clients and all of those numbers go underneath Carrie. So yeah, she's just really fantastic, and you guys will get to meet her today in this video. We're gonna share some tips and strategies and show you behind the scenes of all things today. I feel very Florida in my Lily Pulitzer dress, but it's just the perfect material because it's so hot outside. So definitely light, airy, bright, fun. I think this is the best my hair is going to look, and we just gotta find some shoes to wear. I'm definitely probably gonna wear flats, something super comfortable. Okay, I've got the car all loaded up. I'm so excited for this open house. I don't know if it's because like I haven't done one in a while, but I'm feeling really excited about it. So I'm gonna share with you a little bit about this listing. So it's located in one of my favorite communities, which is called Nocatee here in Ponte Vedra. It's really only a couple minutes from my house. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I'm always talking about Nocatee. I would love to connect with you over there if we're not already, but if you know, I'm always going over there and with summer, and we're always hanging out at the splash parks, the splash pad, the lazy river. Sometimes I go with John, we get a margarita. Oh, it's so much fun. I love this community so much, and it was actually recently voted as the #1 community in Jacksonville. It's always like ranked #1 master plan community in the entire US. It is really cool. But so this listing that I have is in Nocatee in a community called Settlers Landing, and my client, I actually helped her sell her townhouse several years ago that she had in Nocatee. I think from Instagram, and I helped her sell that, and then she like stayed in an apartment in Nocatee while we built this home that we're selling now with David Weekley and Settlers Landing. So she lived there for a couple of years. Now she's being transferred for work, so she recently moved out, and so now it's not staged. It was for the photos, she did have her furniture there, but now she's moved out, so there's no furniture there. And yeah, so that's how I got this client. Excited to do the open house today. We're actually going to have an ice cream cart out there, which I've never done before. And I feel like, okay, this is my thoughts with the ice cream cart. It would be so perfect since this is such a family friendly neighborhood, and literally steps from the home is my favorite park in Nocatee. It's got a little kiddie park. It's got a big kid things for big kids to do. It's shaded. It's got a dog park. It also has this huge, massive pond with a walking trail around it. It's really beautiful. It makes you feel like you are in the middle of nowhere. I love it. I love like trees and the topography of it. It's really beautiful. So I love this park so much. And so this listing is literally steps from this park. And I'm like, oh, it would be so great to have the ice cream cart outside, right? Where like see the kiddos and maybe see parents and invite them inside and whatnot. It's like people are only going to know. This is the thing, is that it's so hot outside. We're going to be there from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's like the hottest time of the day, right? Or maybe the afternoon's more hot, but it's going to be so hot out. And I'm like, I really do not want to hang out outside. And I'm like, I don't really know the ice cream cart setup. Like, is it just going to melt in this heat? So TBD on what this looks like. But since the seller has moved out and it's not staged, there's no furniture, there's definitely room for an ice cream cart to put it inside. But it's like people are only going to know about the ice cream cart if they knew about the open house and they come inside. So we'll see what ends up happening with this. I will report back on the ice cream cart. But okay, so we're getting ready right now. I'm going to go to Publix. I'm going to pick up some balloons. I've got some open house snacks. Well, first I've got this coffee protein drink that is like an Arbonne shake thing that I bought a while ago, actually. And so I'm finally like drinking it. It's really good and has caffeine in it. So here for that. And then we've got a banana. We've got chunks. And have you guys had these Aloha bars? I really got on them because of their chocolate mint flavor, but recently got into the lemon cashew. And I'm curious to see how I feel about this. Okay, quick little story time. I buy these like in bulk. They're so good. I have one every single day. And I feel as though I think it's this that is making me so bloated after I eat. I know, kind of TBD. But I'm just curious to know if any of y'all have had this before. So I didn't have one yesterday and I didn't feel bloated. So I'm curious to see how I feel today after having this, because I think this is the culprit. And if that's the case, I'm not going to eat them anymore. So we'll see. I kind of think, I don't remember. I used to have the chocolate mint and I don't remember feeling so bloated from the chocolate mint. So we'll see. I'm also bringing Carrie, check this out. So yesterday she always puts out flyers for her open houses. And yesterday she went and dropped off flyers to the homeowners in Sellers Landing around our open house to 200 plus homes, like in the middle of the day. So dang hot outside, but I'm like, man, we're such a great team because she is like boots on the ground, client front facing, and I can do the things like behind the scenes. I feel like we are the perfect pair. But I was like, girl, you need a neck fan. So I have this and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to bring this today. I'm going to give this to Carrie for when she's out putting out flyers, and so she can have a little breeze on her neck. So hopefully she likes that. All right, let's go. Okay, I kind of panicked because I was like, I don't know how many balloons to get. So I ended up getting 7. We'll see how it goes. With Carrie. Hi, everybody. I've already told everybody a little bit about you. So,
fantastic.
But we wanted to share 3 open house tips that we wish we knew as new real estate agents. So I really want to highlight Carrie because she is just the queen with open houses and getting people through the door and really promoting the listing to its maximum potential. You want to give it as much exposure as possible, right? So the first tip that we have, and I would love to hear like your insight and thoughts on this and sharing your process. First tip that we wanted to share is just, not just putting it on the MLS and just hanging out at the house and hoping people come, right? So share with us a little bit of your strategy of what you do. You're not just sitting here hanging out. Like what are you doing leading up to the open house?
That is such a fantastic question. So that's actually the most critical time frame. A week before the open house, you want to make sure that you are posting on social media, getting out the Facebook invite releases. You want to make sure you've got your flyers ready. Usually what we say to our customers is, I don't want to plan an open house starting on Thursday. I need at least 7 days so that I can have all the marketing ready and make it an effective open house for you. So you want to walk the neighborhood at least 24 to 48 hours ahead of time so that you can pass out flyers to all the neighbors. Let them know the seller wants you to stop by to our open house, give us feedback, invite your friends and family, because who doesn't want their best friend living next to them? So making sure you invite the whole neighborhood, create the buzz, let them know the open house is coming. I also like to let them know, in case it's a neighborhood with a lot of kids, hey, there's going to be more car traffic coming. So we want to make sure everyone knows, hey, be careful with bikes and things like that. So it makes the neighbors excited, it creates the buzz, and having that best friend in the neighborhood is awesome.
Yeah. I like what you said about your script, or kind of like what you say when you see the homeowner. Can you repeat what that was?
Absolutely. So if someone's home and I hand them the flyer and invite them to the open house, I say, the seller asked me to personally invite you to the open house. And most of the time, they feel more comfortable to come into your open house because they know that they're not just being that nosy neighbor. And I tell everybody, I want everyone to come into the open house.
I have to share with everybody, how many houses did you go to yesterday to flyer the neighborhood and tell them about the open house?
Great question. So I went to about 200 houses.
That is insane.
I was a hot, sweaty mess. Yeah. But it was so much fun. Probably talked to a good 30 neighbors as I was passing out the flyers to them too.
Okay, the second tip that we have is talking about follow-up and how important it is to follow up with the people who come to the open house. You know, we try to have people fill out the sign-in sheet. So I want to have Carrie share what her follow-up strategy looks like.
Fantastic. So when you have an open house, if you are not following up, you are missing the ball. Number one, that's the most important thing. Everyone needs to either leave their phone number or an email address. And if they're working with an agent, even better, you can reach out to that agent and let them know that their client came in and they're looking for a house. So they might not have realized that they're back out in the market. So it's very exciting. Don't be stressed. Make sure you push to those clients that walk through the door that it's not a big deal if they're working with an agent. That is fantastic. We all want to partner, and teamwork gets the houses sold. So when do you reach out is typically the main question I get about open houses. I dedicate time right after the open house. Everything is fresh in your mind. You know their kids' names, or you know that they have a big dog.
And
or
it's fresh in their mind, too.
Literally, they just came today. So you reach out via email or text message and say, thank you so much for coming to the open house. Wanted to share the seller's disclosure and the survey with you. Did you have any extra questions? Or can't wait to come see you at your house and let you know if they are a potential listing client, let you know what you can do to get your house ready. So follow up is so critical. And continuing to follow up. That is something that most agents will reach out, but then stop. You have to know that people are busy. So they might not respond on that first follow-up. So go ahead, call them a week later, message them a week later, email them a week later. Keep in touch. Those first 8 weeks in my mind are going to be those first 8 weeks that are so important. If somebody really wants to buy a house, they're going to reach out.
So, quick question that I just thought of. When you're following up with somebody after the open house, are you texting them? Are you sending them a voice memo? Are you sending them an email? What does that look like?
Great question. I actually, on my open house sign-in sheets, ask them, how do you want to be communicated? And that question, I get a lot of funny looks for, because they're like, what do you mean? And I said, do you like a text message? Some people say yes, some people say no. Do you like a phone call? Some people say yes, some say no. And do you check this email is one of the most important questions you can ask that person. So knowing individually what's important to them and how they want to communicate means a lot.
So the last tip is, do not do the open house alone.
Safety. Safety, safety, safety. You always need to have someone with you. Why? Because if we have 10 groups coming into the open house, you need to make sure you've got someone watching the front of the house, someone in the back of the house. If it's a 2-story, have someone upstairs. Know who's coming in, because your safety is so much more important. You never want to feel uncomfortable. And if people see that you're at the open house alone, they might take that to their advantage.
Yeah, and I feel like real estate agents in a home by themselves, like you're just like putting yourself out there for like something bad to happen, I think.
Yes.
And I actually had a situation happen one time, side note, where, so this was when I had the team, and we had a bunch of listings at once, and it was a weekend that we had a bunch of open houses that we needed to do, and we didn't have enough people to do the open houses. So my husband actually held one open. But what was interesting about that was there was a man who came in there, this older gentleman that follows me on Instagram, and he came to come see me. And John was like, oh yeah, she's not here. I'm her husband. So I'm like, oh my gosh, thank goodness. Like, I wasn't there, wasn't alone. I mean, maybe nothing would have happened, but like, that is so weird. Like, there's weirdos out there, and I'm promoting it. I feel like there's a lot of value with promoting it on social media ahead of time, but you do open yourself up to sketchy situations like that. So I feel like it's really valuable to have someone there with you.
I couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more.
Yeah, so let us know in the comments if you end up implementing one of these tips or if it was helpful for you. Hey guys, okay, I just got back in the car. It's so hot out. I need to crank this AC, and it went really well. I had a lot of fun. It went by so fast. It's so much more fun when you do an open house with other people. And so I feel like it was a success. It was super fun. Okay, so now I gotta get home. I hope this video was helpful. I'm actually gonna go buy a Bob jogging stroller on Facebook Marketplace for $2.95. She's only used it one time, so I'm really excited. I gotta get going. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you guys on the next one. Bye.